Ford's CEO has just dropped a bold announcement. Every single Ford dealership across the country is shutting down. The company is breaking apart the very system that has defined its success for decades. Ford is stepping away from its dealership model, a model that built its empire, and for thousands of employees and millions of loyal customers, it could be the start of an entirely new era, or the end of one. But why did the CEO make such a bold move? What happens to the thousands of dealership employees who will be left jobless? Most importantly, how will you manage repairs and test drives? You would never expect what Ford's plan is. The big shift. Ford CEO Jim Farley made headlines recently with a statement that sent shockwaves through the automotive world. His bold proclamation: Ford plans to transition entirely to a direct-to-consumer sales model, cutting out its traditional network of dealerships. This isn't just a small adjustment, it's a revolutionary change that will transform how millions of people buy, own, and maintain their vehicles. For more than a century, Ford dealerships have been the backbone of the company's operations. These local showrooms are where families bought their first cars, mechanics forged lifelong relationships with customers, and communities gathered for events. Yet, in a world rapidly moving toward online convenience and digital transparency, the very existence of these dealerships is now being questioned. The announcement didn't come out of the blue. Over the past few years, Ford has been rethinking its sales strategy. As competitors like Tesla dominate with their direct-to-consumer approach, Ford finds itself under immense pressure to adapt or risk being left behind. According to Farley, the future of car buying isn't in physical showrooms. It's online, streamlined, and transparent. He envisions a world where customers browse, customize, and purchase their vehicles from the comfort of their homes, bypassing the need for traditional dealerships entirely. The problem with the current model. Why would Ford consider dismantling a system that's been integral to its success? The answer lies in a combination of financial strain, shifting consumer behaviors, and industry competition. For years, Ford has faced mounting challenges that have exposed weaknesses in its dealership-based model. Let's talk numbers. Ford has reported significant losses in its electric vehicle division, with a staggering $36,000 loss per EV sold in 2023 alone. This financial strain is compounded by rising vehicle prices, quality control issues, and costly recalls that have tarnished the brand's reputation. Traditional dealerships, with their reliance on large inventories and high overhead costs, only add to these challenges, making the system increasingly unsustainable. Then there's the consumer factor. Today's buyers aren't looking for the same car buying experience their parents had. They want convenience, simplicity, and control, qualities that online shopping provides in abundance. A growing number of customers prefer browsing vehicles on a website, customizing their features with just a few clicks, and skipping the back-and-forth negotiations that dealerships are notorious for. Add in the rise of virtual showrooms and augmented reality tools, and it's clear why the traditional dealership model feels outdated. Competition has played a crucial role. Tesla's success with its direct-to-consumer model has set a new standard for the industry. By eliminating dealerships, Tesla has been able to cut costs, streamline its sales process, and offer a more transparent experience for buyers. Ford, looking to stay competitive in this rapidly evolving market, sees this as the path forward. So what does this mean for Ford customers? On the surface, a digital-first approach sounds like a win. Imagine browsing Ford's entire inventory online, customizing a vehicle to your exact specifications, and having it delivered straight to your driveway. No haggling, no hidden fees, just a seamless shopping experience. But dig a little deeper, and the potential complications become clear. One major concern is vehicle servicing. Without local dealerships, where will customers go for routine maintenance, repairs, or warranty work? While Ford has hinted at creating dedicated service centers, the transition won't be easy, and for rural communities especially, this could mean longer travel times and reduced access to reliable service. Then there's the trust factor. For generations, Ford dealerships have been the face of the company. Customers developed relationships with salespeople and mechanics they could rely on. Shifting to a faceless online platform may alienate some buyers, particularly older generations who prefer in-person interactions. Affordability is another question mark. Ford's push toward an online model may reduce some costs, but the company's financial struggles and high EV prices have already raised concerns about accessibility. If Ford can't balance its digital ambitions with competitive pricing, it risks losing customers to rivals who offer more affordable options. To understand why Ford is shutting down its dealerships, we must delve into the deep-rooted challenges that have pushed the company toward this unprecedented decision. These challenges are multifaceted, spanning financial struggles, evolving consumer behavior, and industry-wide disruption. Let's take a closer look at each. The financial strain. Ford's financial woes are no secret. While the company remains one of the most recognized names in the automotive industry, its profitability has been under relentless pressure in recent years. The rise of electric vehicles, a market Ford has heavily invested in, has come with staggering costs. According to Ford's most recent financial reports, the company's electric vehicle division posted an operating loss of $36,000 for every single electric vehicle sold in the year 2023. Such losses are unsustainable for any company, even one as historically strong as Ford. But the electric vehicle losses are only part of the story. Ford has also been grappling with expensive recalls and quality control issues that have drained its resources. In 2023 alone, the company issued over 20 major recalls, affecting hundreds of thousands of vehicles. These recalls didn't just hurt Ford's bottom line, they also eroded customer trust, with many questioning whether the company could maintain the quality standards that once made it a household name. Adding to the financial strain is the rising cost of producing vehicles. The average transaction price for a Ford car in 2023 hit $48,000, a significant increase compared to the industry average of $45,000. This price inflation has made Ford vehicles less accessible to budget-conscious consumers, particularly as economic uncertainty looms large. When paired with the operating costs associated with maintaining a vast network of dealerships, it's clear why Ford sees its traditional model as a liability. Changing consumer behavior. If the financial struggles weren't enough, Ford is also contending with a massive shift in how consumers prefer to shop for cars. The days of visiting a dealership, negotiating face-to-face with a salesperson, and test driving vehicles on the lot are fading fast. Today's buyers, particularly younger generations, demand convenience, transparency, and control over the shopping experience, and they are finding all of these things online. The rise of digital technology has fundamentally changed consumer expectations. In a world where you can order groceries, clothing, and even homes with a few clicks, the traditional dealership model feels cumbersome and outdated. For many, the thought of spending hours at a dealership negotiating prices is not just unappealing, it's unnecessary. Virtual showrooms, augmented reality tools, and online car buying platforms have empowered consumers to make informed decisions without ever leaving their homes. Ford's chief executive officer acknowledged this shift, stating that today's buyers expect 100% transparency and a seamless online experience. He also pointed out that non-negotiable pricing, a hallmark of direct-to-consumer models like those employed by Tesla, resonates with modern shoppers. By transitioning to an online-first approach, Ford aims to meet these expectations head-on, creating a shopping experience that feels more intuitive and less stressful. This change in consumer behavior didn't happen overnight. Even before the global pandemic, there were signs that car buyers were gravitating toward digital solutions. However, the pandemic accelerated this trend, forcing dealerships to adapt to social distancing measures and online interactions. What started as a temporary adjustment has now become the preferred method for many buyers, leaving traditional dealerships struggling to stay relevant. Competition from innovators. Competition has also played a significant role in Ford's decision to dismantle its dealership network. Companies like Tesla have revolutionized the automotive sales process by eliminating dealerships altogether and adopting a direct-to-consumer model. This approach allows manufacturers to control pricing, streamline logistics, and build stronger relationships with their customers, all while cutting out the costs associated with maintaining physical showrooms. Tesla's success has set a new standard for the industry, and Ford has taken notice. By bypassing dealerships, Tesla has been able to offer a more transparent buying experience, something that resonates deeply with today's consumers. The ability to browse a car's specifications, customize features, and even schedule a delivery, all without interacting with a traditional salesperson, has given Tesla a competitive edge that traditional automakers are scrambling to replicate. But it's not just Tesla. Rivian and Lucid Motors, two emerging players in the electric vehicle market, have also embraced direct-to-consumer models. Even legacy brands like General Motors and Volkswagen are experimenting with digital sales platforms, recognizing the need to adapt to changing consumer preferences. For Ford, staying competitive in this landscape means embracing innovation and abandoning the dealership model that once defined its brand. The fallout. While Ford's transition to a direct-to-consumer model may make sense from a financial and strategic perspective, it raises serious questions about the human cost of such a move. Dealership employees, from sales staff to mechanics, are the lifeblood of Ford's current operations. By shutting down its dealership network, the company is putting tens of thousands of jobs at risk. Sales staff who have spent years building relationships with customers now face an uncertain future. These individuals aren't just employees, they're often trusted advisors who guide buyers through one of the most significant purchases of their lives. Losing these roles doesn't just affect the employees themselves, it disrupts the trust and familiarity that many customers associate with the Ford brand. Mechanical and service technicians are also at risk. Without local dealerships to operate out of, these skilled workers may struggle to find employment. While Ford has hinted at establishing dedicated service centers, these facilities are unlikely to match the scale of the current dealership network. For rural communities where dealerships often serve as economic hubs, the closures could have devastating consequences. Beyond the employees, there are broader economic implications. Dealerships contribute significantly to local economies, providing not only jobs but also tax revenue and community engagement. In many small towns, a Ford dealership is more than a place to buy cars. It's a cornerstone of the community. Shutting down these locations could create a ripple effect, leading to higher unemployment rates, reduced local spending, and diminished community spirit. Can Ford make it work? Ford's decision to shut down its dealerships is bold, but it's also fraught with risks. To succeed in this new model, the company will need to overcome several significant challenges. First and foremost is the issue of trust. For generations, Ford dealerships have been the face of the company, providing a personal touch that online platforms simply can't replicate. Transitioning to a digital-first approach means Ford will need to work harder than ever to build and maintain trust with its customers. There's also the question of accessibility. While online shopping is convenient for many, it's not a universal solution. Older generations, rural customers, and those without reliable internet access may find the new model alienating. Ford will need to find ways to accommodate these groups, whether through hybrid models that blend online and in-person experiences, or by creating physical service hubs in underserved areas. Then there's the competitive landscape to consider. By adopting a direct-to-consumer model, Ford is entering an arena where other companies already have a significant head start. Tesla, for instance, has spent years refining its online sales process and building a loyal customer base. For Ford to compete, it will need to offer something truly unique, whether it's a superior online experience, more affordable electric vehicles, or innovative customer service solutions. A new era for Ford. The decision to shut down every Ford dealership marks the beginning of a new era for the company. It's a bold move, driven by necessity, but one that has the potential to redefine the automotive industry. By embracing digital transformation and direct-to-consumer sales, Ford is positioning itself as a forward-thinking player in a rapidly evolving market. However, the road ahead is anything but smooth. The challenges are enormous, from maintaining customer trust to supporting displaced employees and navigating fierce competition. Whether Ford can overcome these obstacles and emerge stronger remains to be seen. One thing is clear though, the automotive industry will never be the same. The impact on the industry. Ford's decision to shutter its dealership network is not just a corporate strategy, it's a watershed moment for the entire automotive industry. This move doesn't exist in isolation. It has sparked debates, fears, and speculation about the future of car buying, customer trust, and local economies. The impact will ripple through competitors, consumers, and communities alike, forever altering the automotive landscape. But what does this decision mean in practical terms? Who benefits and who bears the cost? And how does this unprecedented shift influence not just Ford, but the industry as a whole? Let's take a closer look at the far-reaching implications of this bold transformation. Disruption across the automotive industry. The automotive industry thrives on competition, and Ford's announcement has sent shockwaves through its rivals. Traditional automakers like General Motors, Toyota, and Volkswagen, who still rely heavily on dealership networks, are suddenly confronted with the possibility of having to rethink their own sales strategies. If Ford's direct-to-consumer model proves successful, it could force other manufacturers to follow suit or risk being left behind. Tesla's success in bypassing dealerships has already pressured legacy automakers to explore similar models. But Ford's decision takes things to a new level. By eliminating dealerships entirely, Ford isn't just copying Tesla, it's doubling down on the belief that the future of car buying is online. This move sets a precedent that could accelerate the industry-wide shift away from physical showrooms, fundamentally altering how cars are marketed and sold. For smaller automakers, Ford's decision presents both a challenge and an opportunity. While they may not have the resources to implement such sweeping changes, they could benefit from the shift in consumer expectations. As more buyers grow accustomed to purchasing vehicles online, even niche manufacturers may find themselves reaping the rewards of streamlined digital sales processes. Yet, the transition is not without risks. The automotive industry has long been built on the foundation of local dealerships, which serve as touchpoints for customers and provide critical services like test drives, repairs, and personalized support. If this model disappears, automakers will need to invest heavily in alternative solutions to maintain customer trust and satisfaction. Local economies. While Ford's corporate strategy may make sense on paper, it's hard to ignore the devastating impact this move will have on local economies. Dealerships are more than just places to buy cars. They are economic lifelines for the communities they serve. In small towns and rural areas, Ford dealerships often provide stable, well-paying jobs and contribute significantly to local tax revenues. The closure of these dealerships will leave a void that won't be easily filled. Sales staff, service technicians, administrative workers, and managers all face uncertain futures. These individuals are not just employees, they are members of their communities, with relationships and reputations built over decades. Losing their jobs isn't just a financial blow, it's a personal one, disrupting their sense of stability and purpose. Beyond the direct job losses, the economic fallout extends to related industries. Suppliers, marketing agencies, and financial service providers that depend on dealerships will also feel the pinch. Part suppliers, for instance, rely on dealerships to distribute their products. If dealerships close, these companies may face reduced demand, leading to layoffs and financial strain. Local governments will also bear the brunt of this decision. Dealerships contribute to property taxes, sales taxes, and local sponsorships. Without these revenue streams, towns may struggle to fund essential services like schools, infrastructure maintenance, and community programs. The social fabric of these areas, already fragile in some cases, could fray even further. The pros and cons. For customers, the shift to a direct-to-consumer model offers both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, Ford promises a more streamlined and transparent car buying experience. Imagine being able to browse Ford's entire inventory online, customize a vehicle to your exact preferences, and have it delivered to your door, all without stepping foot in a dealership. The potential convenience is undeniable, but not all consumers are ready for such a radical change. For generations, car buying has been a personal experience. Customers have relied on dealerships not just for sales, but for advice, test drives, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing they can visit a trusted local business if something goes wrong. Transitioning to a fully digital model removes this personal touch, leaving some buyers feeling disconnected from the process. There's also the issue of accessibility. While online shopping is second nature for younger, tech-savvy consumers, it's not as straightforward for older generations or those living in areas with limited internet access. Rural customers in particular may face significant challenges. Without nearby dealerships, they could struggle to access service centers, making maintenance and repairs more difficult. The affordability question looms large as well. Ford's current electric vehicle lineup is already viewed as expensive compared to competitors like Chevrolet and Tesla. If the company can't bring its prices down, it risks alienating budget-conscious buyers who might otherwise be drawn to the convenience of its online model. The role of customer trust. Trust is a cornerstone of the car buying experience, and it's something Ford will need to work hard to maintain as it transitions to a digital-first approach. For decades, dealerships have served as the face of the Ford brand, building relationships with customers and providing a sense of reliability. Without these familiar touchpoints, Ford must find new ways to foster trust in its products and process. One of the biggest challenges will be ensuring that customers feel confident buying a vehicle they haven't seen or driven in person. While virtual showrooms and augmented reality tools can help bridge this gap, they are no substitute for the tactile experience of sitting in a car, feeling its controls, and hearing its engine. Ford will need to invest heavily in creating immersive digital experiences that replicate the physical showroom as closely as possible. After-sales support is another critical area where trust will be tested. Customers expect more than just a seamless buying experience. They want to know that their vehicles will be serviced promptly and professionally. Ford's plan to establish dedicated service centers is a step in the right direction, but the company will need to ensure these centers are accessible, efficient, and capable of meeting the needs of a diverse customer base. The future of car buying. Ford's decision to shut down its dealerships is not just a corporate gamble, it's a bellwether for the future of the automotive industry. If the move succeeds, it could pave the way for other manufacturers to follow suit, fundamentally altering the way we buy and own cars. However, if it fails, it could serve as a cautionary tale, highlighting the risks of abandoning a proven model without fully addressing its challenges. The shift to a direct-to-consumer model reflects broader trends in consumer behavior and technology. Online shopping, once limited to books and electronics, now encompasses everything from groceries to real estate. For many industries, the physical store is no longer the primary point of contact with customers. It's a complement to a digital-first strategy. Ford is betting that the same logic applies to car buying, and it's willing to stake its future on that belief. But the transition won't be easy. Ford must navigate a host of challenges, from maintaining customer trust to supporting displaced employees and addressing the needs of underserved communities. The company's success will depend on its ability to innovate, adapt, and remain responsive to the changing expectations of its customers. A moment of transformation. The automotive industry is at a crossroads, and Ford's bold move is a testament to the transformative power of change. While the decision to shut down its dealership network has sparked controversy, it also represents an opportunity for growth, innovation, and reinvention. For consumers, competitors, and communities, this is a moment of uncertainty, but also one of possibility. The ultimate question is not whether Ford can adapt to the future, but whether it can shape it. By embracing digital transformation and redefining the car buying experience, Ford has the potential to lead the industry into a new era. However, the road ahead is fraught with challenges, and the stakes have never been higher. Ford's vision. Ford's decision to move away from its traditional dealership model is not just a shift in strategy, it's a bold redefinition of its identity. As one of the most iconic names in the automotive world, Ford isn't simply responding to change, it's seeking to lead it. The company's vision for the future revolves around direct-to-consumer sales, cutting-edge technology, and a customer-first approach that it believes will set a new standard for the industry. But how does Ford plan to execute such a transformative strategy? The answer lies in its commitment to digital innovation, personalization, and sustainability. By leveraging technology, Ford is reimagining the car buying process, aiming to create a seamless experience that aligns with the expectations of today's consumers. At the heart of this vision is a focus on building trust, enhancing accessibility, and offering unparalleled convenience. Redefining the consumer experience. Ford's vision for a direct-to-consumer sales model is built on the idea that buying a car should be as easy as purchasing a smartphone or booking a vacation. To achieve this, the company is investing heavily in its online platforms, creating virtual showrooms where customers can explore vehicles, customize features, and even visualize their choices in augmented reality. These tools are designed to replicate and, in some cases, improve upon the experience of visiting a physical dealership. One of Ford's standout innovations is its commitment to transparency. Pricing will be upfront, non-negotiable, and free of hidden fees, addressing one of the most frustrating aspects of traditional car buying. Additionally, Ford plans to offer virtual test drives and interactive tools that help buyers understand every detail of their potential purchase, from interior layouts to fuel efficiency. Beyond the purchase itself, Ford is doubling down on after-sales support. The company envisions a network of service hubs strategically placed to ensure customers can access maintenance and repairs without relying on dealerships. Mobile service units and pickup and delivery options are also in the pipeline, demonstrating Ford's dedication to convenience. Yet this vision goes beyond logistics. Ford aims to deepen its connection with customers by gathering and analyzing data to better understand their needs. Personalized recommendations, tailored offers, and enhanced customer support are just a few of the ways Ford plans to use this information to foster loyalty and trust. Balancing tradition and innovation. While Ford is embracing a digital-first approach, it's also mindful of its legacy. The company recognizes that its success has always been rooted in the loyalty of its customers and the strength of its brand. To honor this tradition, Ford is working to ensure that its digital transformation doesn't alienate the communities and individuals that have supported it for generations. This balance between tradition and innovation will be crucial as Ford moves forward. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Ford is not just adapting to the future, it's actively shaping it. Whether this gamble pays off remains to be seen, but the company's vision is nothing short of revolutionary. Ford's direct-to-consumer model is undoubtedly a game changer, but it's not without its challenges. But what do you think? Let us know in the comment below.